Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajigs Racing channel. Can you guess where we are just by looking at where the camera's pointing? Is that a huge hint of where this round is going? Ladies and gents, we are here with the Tyre shredders. They've had a week off. They had to before facing this beast. So they've had a week's break in their 6-week championship. I think Hoppers was on his hollybobs, so they were unable to race. And now we're back with the final 2 rounds. Round 5, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I am sure you must have guessed it. We are at the Green Hell. They are having a 1 sprint 3-lap race in the Group 3 beast of M6. They must be cray-cray. They are absolutely wild in the head. They're only having the 1, though. They're not doing a double race this time. They're racing on the medium tyres. It's all out sprint, ladies and gents. This is all about getting to the checkered flag first. And I've got a championship table up until now, and obviously with the twist in the championship of the leader of the championship table after round 4 gets to choose the final round's racetrack. And I don't know if he's already chosen, if it's all kept hush-hush, but we'll find out in the next Tyre Shredder and the final Tyre Shredders racing stream. The last round, they are merging with Ultimate Racing League. So going forward, it'll be the Ultimate Racing League, the Academy. And I have heard of hints, I've heard whispers that next season's Academy may be in the MX-5, which excites me indeedly. Deedly do. I do like a little bit of MX-5 racing. So fingers crossed that the rumours are true. Right then, the championship so far. Then at the top, we have the Froxy Dev. So it's the Froxy Dev who gets to choose where they showdown for the last hoedown. And he's leading this championship on 121 points. In second, we have Giaquila on 106 points. In third, Ayrton on also 106 points. We have a tie for second in this championship. They've got to deal with this. They've got to duke this one out. We don't want to end the season with a round of paper, rock, and scissors. Ravy Davy in 4th on 96 points, with Apex Wolf in 5th on 72 points. We've got Sai in 6th on 67 points, and then we have Reedy in 7th on 64 points. Footy is in 8th on 63 points, with Matty Alder in 9th on 63 points. Vane is 10th on 58 points, and the Hoppers in 11th on 43 points. Staples is 12th on 40 points, with Johnny in 13th on 32 points. Then we have Racing Sim in 14th on 24 points. 15th we have Nando Loris on 24 points. Also in 16th we have Swifty on 18 points. We have Colesberg in 17th on 14 points. We have Ghost Pepper in 18th on 13 points. We have 19th, the Big Boat on 12 points. We have Hawkeye in 20th on 9 points. 21st, we have TH Dog on 4 points. In 22nd, we have Taff on 3 points. And in 23rd, we have Bindit on 3 points. That is a mighty championship table. 23 contenders have gone through these ranks over the last 4 rounds. That's immense. Right then. We certainly haven't got 24 people on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, but we do have a healthy grid here at the Green Hell. Yes, that's where round 4 is, and that's where these guys, I think I told you anyway, 3 laps is going to be absolutely crazy. Okay, then. Now, this is the hack with my channel. If you don't want to listen to all that bump at the beginning, you just have to skip forward until you see the camera move. And then when the camera moves, we're doing the grid. So there you go. Now. Welcome to those that skipped all the bump. Hi. Here we go then. On pole, we have the Froxy Dev. Not only is he leading the championship, he led qualifying, ladies and gents. The Froxy Dev in his sexy M6 looking immense. Absolutely immense, ladies and gents. And I don't know with the 2 behind, Ayrton and Giaquila, duking it out for that second place. It looks like the Froxy Dev could just run away with this one, whilst others stumble over each other. So the Froxy Dev on pole. Talking about contenders, though, in second place, we have Gia Keeler in the Orangina BMW, going to rip it up, lad. He's going in hard. He's taking on the mighty Froxy Dev. He wants a shout at the championship, ladies and gentlemen, and who can blame him? Fantastic racing all season long, and he's carrying it on till the final round. Then we have Ghost Pepper. Hey, he comes, he goes. It's like the Ghost Pepper, I suppose. He's here sometimes, and sometimes he's not. But the Ghost Pepper, third on the grid. Absolutely fantastic qualifying from Ghost. And can he shake the foundations of the upper echelons to come out on top? Ladies and gentlemen, you can only find that out here, right now, exclusively. Fourth spot, it's Cy, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, you have to say, it is so much. He put a comment. I haven't answered yet. I think I did. I may have done. But he put a comment saying that I'd mentioned he'd got a proper livery, but that is a proper livery, is it not? You couldn't argue that is it's banging, ladies and gentlemen. And look, Ultimate Racing, he's already re-tagged. Everything is Ultimate Racing League. We're not even out of the season yet. The rebranding has not begun. But Cy wasting no time whatsoever getting tagged then, isn't he, bruv? So in fifth place, we have Ayrton. Ayrton slipping in qualifying. He's fighting with Kia over second place in the championship. And if he can get a look in, he'll try and gain some points. Yeah, why not? If he can get some points on the Froxy Dev, then yes, he'll take it. But at the moment, he does have a large obstacle of at least 3 cars in his way to go at the Froxy Dev. But Ayrton has displayed some amazing racing so far this season. It has to be said. In sixth place, ladies and gents, he's had an on-off season. The last couple of rounds have been building to something special. And here we have it. Footy, sixth on the grid. Sixth on the grid in the monster BMW. And could this be the turnaround that Footy is looking? And we know he has the pace to do here at Green Hell. This is going to be spicy as you like. Seventh, ladies and gentlemen, it's Carlsberg. As the sponsor says, yeah, oh, that's banging. Look at the bubbles at the back. Bubbles calm me. I could just stare at bubbles all day. Just bubbles in general. Don't you find that they're calming, though? You just look at them and they're just sort of hanging there in the air and everything's really relaxed and the gravity's working as it should. The world order's fine. It doesn't matter if the world's burning because the bubbles are floating like they should be floating, so you can't complain. That's Carlsberg. Ladies and gentlemen, his car is all kinds of chilling and calming for me. I'm gonna save that later and just stare at it and drift away. So that's Carlsberg in seventh there in his BMW. In eighth place we have Vane. He is in a look at what he's got going on. He's got it all going on down here, sir. He's got all the colours, all the sponsors. And Vane looking sharp, bruv. Sharp, blood. You got me. You get me, yeah? Looking absolutely banging for the Vane. In eighth place, Ravy Davy. Oh, where are you down here for? Ninth place for Ravy Davy the last couple of rounds. Ravy Davy has been racing like he has a firework in his crack. He has been flying, ladies and gentlemen. He has had a fire under his hiney, and he has been absolutely excelling in the BMW over the last 2 rounds, but qualifying seeming to not go how he would like. He is down there in ninth place. 10th, it's not lit so far for the Apex Wolf, and he blames too many fast drivers. But no, I know the wolf. I know the wolf. I have looked in the wolf's eyes. Come here, look. Can you see the speed? The speed is there. He just doesn't believe anymore. That's the problem with the Apex Wolf. He's lost belief in himself. And soon as he finds that, he's got to go on a quest to find a scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion to complete himself. I don't know. Apex Wolf. He's a fast man, and this season hasn't gone the way I expected, but he seems to be all chilled and said, yeah, man, that's just the way it is. Swifty there is in 11th. Swifty here to pick up some points at the end of the championship. See if he can place some of those 23 people in the championship. And then we're down to 12 for Hoppers, ladies and gents. The glue that keeps it all together. This is the Hoppers Academy, and indeed, he has cooked up an absolute treat for us this season. The BMW M6 Cup, has to be said, is one of the littest championships on the Thingamajig Racing channel. And here we go then. It's Johnny in 13th. Here's Johnny. And I'm sure that, ladies and gentlemen, is not where we're going to see him cross the line. 13th seems out of place for our boy Johnny here. So we'll be watching his progress as he makes his way up the ladder. Lickety split. Right then, there are contenders, there are pilots. How can they face down the green hell, ladies and gentlemen? The track that's like Marmite. People absolutely love it, or they cannot stand it. The lights are on, and we are racing now. The Froxy Dev leads them away into that first tight left-hander. A challenge to begin, and the challenge just keeps getting harder. Now they're going to be forcing it down these corners, trying not to lift as much as possible, trying to let the aero package do its job until they get around down here, and then it's a bit of a break and a hold it off the wall. And the Froxy Dev doing a fine job, but Ghost Pepper's got a loose rear derriere, and his back end is here, there, and everywhere. But he's held third spot. Sai in fourth. It looks like they've spaced out a little bit from the Rolling Star. Ayrton there in fifth, with Footy there sixth. Carlsberg in seventh. We've got Vane in eighth. Vane looks like he's under pressure here from the Ravy. Oh no! A little replay from Ravy Davies' point of view there. Did he find a... Ooh, well, the break-in, everything looks beautiful. Does he see a spot he fancies? He's got a bit of cold... Oh, no, you can't close the door there, sir. I think his nose was way too in. He had a foot, a knee, and half of a bollock in that doorway. You can't close it. Hang on, I've got to change controllers. Bloody volume, I don't know. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Yes, my controller died. I forgot. And I forgot to put it on charge when I went for a fag. So, yeah, Ravy Davy and Vane getting very up close and personal there. And, yeah, I don't like to say blame, but it did look like it was a little bit too late to close the door on Ravy Davy. And when he felt the car, when you feel resistance, that's when you pull back. But the Vane just kept on turning in there, or maybe he just got caught in a bit of a thing. But anyway, Ravy Davies through now, and everything's fine, except it let a lot of drivers through that, didn't it? It let a few through. So Sai now is in fourth place with Ayrton fifth. That's how it was. Footy moving up to sixth, I believe, or is he already in that? Seventh for Carlsberg. Apex Wolf is in eighth place. Ravy Davy now in ninth, ahead of Vane in 10th, and Swifty is all up and about. Vane's business now. Swifty fancying a piece of the Vane. Oh, yellow flag up ahead. Someone having a terrible day. No one seems to have dropped back though, so they must have saved it. The Froxy, the leader, my word. Oh, he's already happened. My God, that's a big crash. So the Froxy Death up to a great start. Oh, so we thought at the moment, pulling out. Oh yeah, you got to slow down for that one. It's deceiving. And then he finds a barrier. Oh, and then cruelty the car spins the wrong way. Oh, he was nearly facing the right way, and now he's trying to find a bit of space to turn the car. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a beautiful, beautiful return to track. It's absolutely kept out of everyone's way, joined in a safe and calm manner. So the Froxy Dev there, losing a lot of positions, first to 8th, and handing over the lead to his closest contender in the championship. Gia Keeler now leads this race ahead of Ghost Pepper, and Sai is now up to 3rd as Ayrton is feeling the pressure from, it seems like Footy, but Footy, Colesberg and Ayrton all very close quarters racing here. Ayrton in 4th place, promoted after the Froxy Dev dropped it. And Ian then, and it's a balancing act around the track here. You know, half the time you can go through the corners a lot faster, but dare you, because it can bite easily, and the barriers are just not that far away that you can have a nice little offage. So Giaquila then, ooh, come on cameraman, he's up there in the lead, still on that first lap. It's a long one, ladies and gents. It should take these guys, what, about 7 minutes maybe? 6 and some minutes in the Group 3s? I don't know. It'll probably take me about 7-8 minutes, so it should be only 6 minutes for these guys. Ghost Pepper in that 2nd place. He's got a lovely lot of space ahead of him. The Sai, though, the Sai can, he's got his targets out. He is aiming. What's the squeal? Just the cars going around the corners. There was a real squeal. Ayrton then is off the road. The pressure, too much. Footy is through. Footy is up and into 4th place. Is this Footy's day? Ayrton back on the track, but he's got a bit of damage. And Carlsberg all up in his rear dairy air as they go through the carousel. And Apex Wolf is in the shout as well. Unbelievable here. Oh, Apex Wolf trying to get out of the way. Now he's got to loose a car, but he's gathered her up and he's come back stronger against the berg. And behind him, we've got the Froxy Dev on a recovery drive. Vane in 9th. Ravy Davy in 10th. Vane getting back ahead of Ravy Davy. And Johnny has got himself ahead of the Swifty and Hoppers. And Johnny, Ravy Davy and Vane all going at it. Ladies and gents, what fighting we have, and Vane starting to pull away from Ravy Davy now, but Ravy Davy is pushing hard. Giaquila still leads from Ghost Pepper. Sai in 3rd. We are watching the battle for 10th and 9th. Ravy Davy, these two had a little trip across each other earlier in the race, and Ravy Davy ended up ahead of the Vane, but somehow, somewhere, the Vane's got back in front of Ravy Davy, and Ravy Davy has something to say about it. He is hungry for that position, all up in arrears of the Vane, and now he's pulling the trigger, and Vane knows not to close that door this time. Wowzers, that's fast through there, and a little bit of contact as there's the road tightens in the twists and the turns. Ravy Davy, though, does get ahead of the Vane. Very close stuff there. Close quarter racing, ladies and gents. That is what you have tuned in for. The Froxy Dev now up and about Apex Wolf. Apex Wolf. Oh, these cars are loosely goosey, ladies and gents. It looks like a handful around this osculating track. The BMW looking very unsettled in some parts. Let's have a look at the lead then. Giaquila goes on to the long straight here, and Ghost Pepper not that far behind. Ghost Pepper is putting up a fight for this one today as we bring the first lap to a close. Sai a little further down the road, and he seems safe from the Footy. Footy's pulled a bit of space out from Ayrton, and Carlsberg there ahead of the Froxy Dev, who's now trying to slipstream the Wolf, and it looks like it's worked for him, but the Wolf dropping back straight into the slipstream of the Froxy Dev to see if he can return the favour before the braking zone as we head up. No, we're nowhere near the braking zone. The Froxy Dev now picking up Carlsberg's slipstream, and Apex getting a double slipstream there. Ayrton in 5th, still chasing down Footy, and this is the danger here. Carlsberg, Froxy and Apex Wolf all getting very close and personal. And Froxy Dev having a look around the outside, but finding there's not as much grip there to try and make the move. Carlsberg just trying to keep the BMW in the middle of the track and holding back the tidal wave that is occurring behind him with the Froxy Dev and Apex Wolf. Ravy Davy leaving Mr. Vane behind, and Johnny now coming in for doubles. And the Vane just trying to maintain at the moment, get his flow going. You know what I'm saying? They're on to the second lap now. Johnny chasing him down. Swifty in 12th with Hoppers there in chase. Then we've got Gia in the leader. 6:52 he managed around there on that first lap with Ghost Pepper. 6:54. That's no 52, 54. That's only 2 seconds slower. So good stuff there from the Pepper of Ghosts. And Sai a little further back with Footy looming large, but Ayrton seems to be coming back at Footy now, so Footy may have to go slightly defensive. Oh, look at the braking on Ayrton there. He really was trying to close in, and it looks like Apex Wolf and we've lost. Who was it? Carlsberg. Oh no, Carlsberg, what happened, man? Oh dear. So Carlsberg then trying, as we said, to keep that car in the middle of the track, stop the boys coming through. And again, it looks like a little the door closing here, a little late on the door closing, and that's helped Apex Wolf through ahead of the Froxy Dev. And again, these guys seem to do it to themselves. Carlsberg, I mean, when you feel that resistance, brother, that means they're at the side of you. You can't close the door. Vane, and they can't jump out your way. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying, oh, that's bad racing. I'm just saying, you know, it's a tight and swindly track. You have to give a lot more than you would normally on a racetrack. On a racetrack, you can probably get away with just, you know, leaning on them a bit, saying you're not coming through. But this is just not the track to do it at. It's too tight, it's too fast, and it's too crazy. Oh, what was that? He hit nothing and just seemed to bounce, did the Wolf. And the Wolf at the moment in 6th place, but his car acting very strange indeed. And off the road it goes, and it's wiggling around, skating, some would say. Ayrton then, how's he getting on with the Footy? Okay. They're holding ground, and Footy having an absolute blinder at the moment. Best race so far this season. I do not want to curse him, but yes, come on, let's go. Sai as well, a true podium here up for grabs. Ghost Pepper slowly trying to close in on Giaquila, and remember, Giaquila, Froxy Dev and Ayrton all in that battle, and there's a lot of points spaced out between them in their positions right now, and Giaquila will be laughing as Sai there posts the fastest sector so far. And Ghost Pepper still with a loosey-goosey car underneath him, but tries to catch up with Giaquila, who is doing an absolutely blinding job, it has to be said, out there at the moment. Sai in 3rd, Footy holding on that 4th place as Ayrton closes in. Then we've got Apex Wolf with the back end so loose that she's been with all of your friends before she got to you. My good golly and gosh. So Apex Wolf and his open relationship with the BMW, wowzers. She's shaking her hiney. Let's go on with the Froxy Dev, because I think it's some sort of BMW mating ritual. I think the Apex Wolf's BMW wants to get it on with the Froxy Dev's Beamer, because it's shaking its booty all over town. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Oh, your other brothers made it. Nah. If an itty bitty thing with a big round thing in your face, I get sprung. So yeah, it seems to be settled down. Maybe it's the exterior camera, it just looks odd. Maybe it's just a bit of weird lag. Oh, a bit deep there for the Wolf. And Froxy Dev trying to close in on that little silver BMW. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a bit of lag from the outside. Sitting in Froxy Dev's car doesn't look like the back end is doing that. We missed it. That definitely happened. I don't think that was lag. That was just someone getting excited on the accelerator pedal, on the loud button. And Froxy Dev closes right in. This is, you feel like he's lurching for a move here. And going to try and stick his nose in, but here and then there is Ravy Davey closing in on that battle as well. So Ravy Davey, he's going to be in and amongst this as well. Apex Wolf in 6th place. I want to cut away and have a look at something else, but these two, I've got to, because Gia's down. Oh my word, ladies and gents, gone back 40 seconds watching that battle. So Gia Keeler going through, I think it's the carousel, and heading on down. Everything seems calm. Everything seems in proper manner, as it should be. Ghost Pepper chasing him down, always putting pressure on. He's never dropped back. So the pressure's always been there for Gia Keeler, and we know something's going to happen. It's not like I'm going to just suddenly act surprised, but... oh, really, something from nothing there. And Gia Keeler, both ends of the car smashed. And he's just lost the 2 positions. Where's Footy? Oh, we've seen him even further down the grid, haven't we? So we know he's going to lose more. So, no, well, so far 3rd, maybe. Maybe he's okay unless he drops it again. But sitting in 3rd at the moment with a lot of damage on board for Gia Keeler. Now he's going to have to just hope that the guys ahead of him drop it as well. Well, he's not too far from Scythe. The car can fix itself rather swiftly, and now it has, so he's back up to racing conditions, maybe, but Scythe at the moment is blazing a trail through the green hell at the moment. He is going to go marching up to Beelzebub himself, Paul de Resta, and tell him to do one. Did you not know the keeper of hell was Paul de Resta? Educate yourself. Ghost Pepper then leads the way. And what a lead he has, ladies and gents, with only 1 and some lap left. This is a great opportunity for the Pepper to take all the spoils. He's just got to stay calm. Be careful with the accelerator coming out of the corners, it seems. Sai, 2nd spot, but Gia Keeler still in the periphery. And we know Gia Keeler very fast. So Sai has got now, where he was just chilling in 3rd, he is pressured in 2nd. But wow, you got to say that livery looks banging from the front. All them stripes, it's something else. So Sai then in 2nd place, Gia Keeler hunted him down for 3rd. Footy is a 4th at the moment, with Ayrton dropping back. Ayrton has dropped back some way from Footy. Footy has absolutely launched this one. Ayrton looks like he's made a small mistake, and now he is going to get involved in this Apex Froxy Dev situation. Froxy Dev pulls alongside a drag race. He's got a little help from the slipstream, and he is through. Now can Apex Wolf pick up a bit of slipstream into the braking zone and get back ahead of the Froxy Dev? All the while, Ravy Davey closing in on that battle. Vane and Ravy Davey are... no, not Ravy Davey. Johnny, sorry. Ravy Davey was the one we were just looking at. So it looks like the Froxy Devs... no! Whoa, hang on. Ayrton, what happened to him? Ayrton seems to have slipped into a lot of carnage there. He was doing a super job. 5th place, had a bit of gap from the guys behind. Oh, braked late into the final corners and met Barrier. Very important meeting that with Barrier, and then comes onto the track in the Wolf's way. But the Froxy Dev already through and up and into 5th place. The former leader of this race not doing too badly as they go on to the final lap. Apex Wolf up into 6th. Ayrton down as Gia's down as well, and Ravy Davey there wanting to relieve him of that 7th spot. Vane is in trouble with the Johnny. Johnny is unprotected. He's coming in dry, and he wants to take Vane's position, and Vane going very wide there in the exit of the corner. And this is tight, taut racing, ladies and gentlemen, and the Johnny is not gonna ease off in any way whatsoever. Carlsberg in 11th, and then Swifty in 12th, Hoppers in 13th. They've got a nice bit of gap around them. not too concerning, but the Johnny really is closing in on Vane. Vane having a bit of an up and down race early doors, getting great qualifying in there with the top 4 or 5, fighting it out, and then just accidentally closing the door at the wrong time and finding himself going wayward off the track. And now Johnny looking for a move around the outside. Is it doing? Is it doing? And Vane says, no, it's not, sir. That is not a move that you are allowed to make. And now Vane picks up the pace and pulls away from Johnny. Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. Ravy Davy trying to close in on the Wolf, who's there fighting with Ayrton. Ayrton through past the Wolf now. And back in 6th, chasing down Froxy Dev. And it's Giaquila really that's running away with the points in this one. And Footy in 4th, looking for a podium. Giaquila closing in on the side as we're roughly around about not even halfway round the final lap. Ghost Pepper has dipped, ladies and gentlemen. He's taking all the gold home with him, and he's got the fastest lap so far. Who reckons Ghost Pepper does a lot of practice at the Green Hell and could drive around it with his eyes closed? Who thinks that may be the case here? Sai then in 2nd place with Giaquila up for close company. And Sai's rear derriere wanting to step out on him. He had to save it a little bit there as Giaquila starts closing in. Oh yeah, he's doing some Barry White behind him. I want to touch your body. Oh yeah, girl. I want to smother you in honey. Oh yeah. Oh girl. Oh, that was late break. I was sipping my Red Bull, for heaven's sakes, Giaquila. I was not ready for that kind of abuse. So Gia just absolutely sent it to the barrier and missed out on the side. I reckon that was a mistake there. I think he got caught out with some kind of braking. I don't know. So Giaquila then just, whoa, yeah, he avoided Sai, bless him. You saw he swung out, so he didn't take Sai to the Shadow Realm and just sent it into the barrier. But Giaquila, oh well, he was giving it a go, wasn't he? He was giving it a go, and it would have helped in the championship, but yeah, it doesn't all go your own way. Possibly he may have wanted to wait. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he just got caught out braking wise and avoided Sai, hit the barrier. But we've still got a lot of lap left. I wouldn't give up just so easily. No damage on the car. Sai's still there. He can do this. Ghost Pepper absolutely landing those lap times. And now even showboating a little bit around the corners, giving it some drift-tastic stuff. Sai in 2nd now, running away from Giaquila. Footy, oh my God, were we watching a centipede? There he is. Footy in 4th, hunting him down, but I think he's too far back to that battle unless Giaquila slings it at the scenery. No, you can see Footy there. And in Footy's periphery, he's starting to see the Froxy Dev trying to cut a way through after that early mistake and trying to get as many points as he wants. This championship is still under review, you know, even though Ayrton struggling down in 7th, the Wolf back ahead. The Wolf managing to get back ahead of Ayrton there as Ravy Davy in 8th, sending it as Johnny now ahead of the Vane. Johnny finally getting that move done, and Carlsberg coming in. Carlsberg wants a piece of that action as Johnny struggling against the Vane at the moment. The Vane giving him something to think about, but that was a rough exit for him, and Johnny getting a better exit has built up a good car lead there, or a couple of car leads, and now Vane is just inviting Carlsberg into this situation. Swifty there picking up a half a second penalty, but I think he's pretty safe from the Hoppers, who's having a detour at the moment. And he looks like he's doing a bit of fun side-by-side action there. Ghost Pepper, maybe he's trying to do some graffiti. He's trying to look for a parking spot so we can do a bit of graffiti on the track. Ghost Pepper then doing the do. Has done the do. Has absolutely owned the King of the Ring, we should call him. Because Ghost Pepper came, he saw, he conquered. He kept it on the grey stuff the most. which prevailed for him. And Sai, second most on the grey stuff. I don't think we've seen them two throw it off. Or a footy, I would say. I've not seen him throw it off either, or the Wolf. Ayrton, I've seen him throw it off. Ravy Davy, I think I've seen him throw it off. And then big scratches at the front of his car would say it. Johnny pulling away from Vane now, and Vane really is in trouble from Carlsberg. Carlsberg coming in hot and fast at the end of this race. And the Vane, he's going to have to scramble, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have to hustle to stay ahead of Carlsberg for the rest of the race. And at the moment, Ghost Pepper all by himself halfway down the straight. And it looked like Johnny was going to get in the way there. And Vane catching up with Johnny whilst he's got the Berg behind him. And this is a struggle for him. And Vane now trying to find a way past, but he's put a couple of wheels on the grass. He's okay, ladies and gentlemen. Calm yourselves. It's nothing to get excited about so far. And yes, Carlsberg, Vane and Johnny having an absolute blast at the end. Ravy Davy trying to catch up with Ayrton down the straight. Apex Wolf all by himself. Oh, Ghost Pepper's already crossed. Hang on. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Pepper, what a drive. Fantastic stuff from the Peppers of Ghost. And he comes across the line in the win. Brilliant stuff from Ghost Pepper. Great drive. Sai brings it home, ladies and gentlemen, in second place. And Gia nearly caught him up again, but no. Sai gets second. Gia Keeler gets third. Great podium. Fantastic drive. The Froxy Dev did get footy in the end. How did he get footy? Sorry, ladies and gents. He did it a while ago. What did footy do? Is it because I said we haven't seen him off the road? Sod it. Sorry, footy. That's probably my fault. That was barely off the road, though, wasn't it? So, yeah, footy. No, man. He couldn't have had you for that. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. So the Froxy Dev does scramble some points back in this championship, but wow, only one position behind Gia Keeler. Gia Keeler must be absolutely deflated, ladies and gents. Unbelievable stuff. And Gia Keeler was there with Sai, wasn't he? We didn't see this down the straight, a drag race between the Sai and Gia Keeler. And Gia Keeler then trying to get a little bit more slipstream on the Sai, but just couldn't do it, could he? Look at that. These two were having a real battle for that second place. We didn't even realise. Wowzers. So side by side all the way up the hill in the straight, and it looked like Gia Keeler backed off a little bit there, didn't want to get too involved, and Sai then brings it home for second. And that story, when we saw him coming around that corner, did not tell how close it really was, wasn't it? That's amazing. Second for Sai. Gia Keeler in third. The Froxy Dev there, we saw how he got it off of the footy throwing it up at the scenery at the very end. Fifth for footy. Apex Wolf, that's not bad day's work for Apex Wolf, coming home in sixth. Started in 10th. That's good work. Ayrton in 7th. That's going to hurt the championship. And Ravy Davy coming home in 8th place. And what a race, eh? How many doors were closed on you? Oh, look at what we got going on here. Oh, well, we'll go back a little bit. Right, they're on the straight. There's not much to see. Well, they're midway up the straight anyway. So, yeah, with Ravy Davies finishing. So, Johnny just ahead of the Berg. The Berg's got past the Vane off screen. And now the Berg fancies a piece of the action here. And Johnny, where? Vane, no, Vane's up past. How did that happen? Carlsberg was ahead just now. So, here we go. Carlsberg, he was in second. He was right up Johnny's rear derriere. Wow. Wow, well done, Vane. That was sly old fox. The Vane slipping it up the side of Carlsberg right at the end there. Unbelievable stuff. So Johnny then crosses the line in 9th, Vane in 10th, and the Berg in 11th. Swifty bringing it on home in 12th place. And nice cruise, nice drive. Look, he's got a good lap time at the end there. So, yeah. On target at the end in his final lap, 12th. And Hoppers as well, we saw he was having a bit of a mare with the scenery earlier on. He's coming down the straight. And yeah, one more round left in this championship, ladies and gents. And the championship, I don't know, they have not released the tables yet, so I couldn't tell you. But Gia Keeler, he wanted to score bigger than that against the Froxy Dev, but the Froxy Dev absolutely slung BMW today. And yeah, Ayrton seems to have fallen out of that battle. He's going to have a very strong final round, and wherever that final round is going to be, who knows what's in the mind of the Froxy Dev. Hoppers then 13th, crossing the line. Beautiful stuff. I think the MX-5s it's a bit of a slower car. It's a bit weird under braking. It can spin out under braking if you brake too hard on it. But if these guys learn to brake, the master the braking of the MX-5, I think you won't see the bigger gaps from Hoppers, Swifties, and your such, because the car's quite equally speedy. These cars, the Group 3 cars, can skate around a lot. They can spin out. They're too hot to handle for sometimes. So I think a field of MX-5s is going to be very, very tight. But like I said, it's just a rumour. I've heard nothing official as of yet. In the chat, we've got Apex Wolf. Hi. Hey, bud. Enjoying the stream as always. Well, thank you, sir. That's it. I don't know why you didn't do 2 races. That's only 22 minutes. It's a 20-minute race. You usually do 2 of them. You didn't want to face the green hell twice. That was beautiful. I enjoyed it. I bet afterwards. I bet now you've watched that, you thought, oh, we should have done a second race. That was good fun. But Ghost Pepper, huge congratulations to him on his first win on Thingamajig's racing channel anyway. He may have won some other races in the Tyre Shredders racing group, but for us, that's the first time we've seen the Pepper take a boo and win. So well done for Ghost Pepper. Sai, great second place. Great podium battle there with Giaquila, who finishes in 3rd. Froxy Dev trying to rack up them points. Championship leader. I'm sure he's still going to be championship leader after that. Giaquila's not going to gain enough points on him to dethrone him. Who got the fastest lap, Ghost Pepper? Footy, it looked like a 4th, but for one small mistake, but still 5th place. It's very good from the Footy. And yeah, the last round, man. The last round's yours, Footy, to go and take. The Wolf coming through the pack like you would expect from a Wolf. And yeah, Apex Wolf, good race. Starts 10th, finishes 6th. You've got to take that, haven't you? Ayrton, probably not so pleased with his race. With Ravy Davy in 8th. Johnny and Vane and Carlsberg, absolute joyful race in there between the 3 of them. And finishing 9th, 10th and 11th. 15, 12 Hoppers in 13th. That's your lot, ladies and gentlemen. I see a couple of people just entering the chat, but that's it. We're only having one race, Evening Thingy and Apex. Great commentary as ever, bud, says Adam. Oh, well, bless you. Thank you, Adam. And Adam saying, second treat I've caught in one day. Yeah, I know. I'm catching up on replays, and I'm bad. So, yeah, one more round, ladies and gentlemen. They race them on Tuesday nights. They are just about to merge with the Ultimate Racing League. So if you fancy a little bit of racing in the academy, get yourself onto the Ultimate Racing League Facebook pages or Discord. I don't know. There's ways. Just Google the Ultimate Racing League or something. It'll work. Trust me. Trust in the internet. And Adam saying, good climb up the field, Apex Wolf. Nice way to finish. It's a great drive. Great drive. Okie dokie then. Nothing more to say. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for racing. Thank you for organising. And just a huge thank you to everyone. You know who you all are. Everyone who's involved know who's involved. I don't have to say, call your names out. You haven't got that big of an ego. Just do with a thank you. Cheers, guys. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.